PC24 RETV ਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੋਸਟ ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ 1 ਘੰਟਾ ਜੁੜਾਂਗੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ ਜੁੜ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ BC ਤੋਂ ਆਲ ਦਾ ਵੇ ਫਰੋਮ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਸੁਰਾ ਜੀ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਰੀਮੈਕਸ ਟ੍ਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਰਿਐਲਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਾਏ ਸੈਲ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਏ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ 7789999153 ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਖਬਰ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰੀਏ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਵਾਂਗ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਜਨਮ ਦਿਨ ਮਨਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਸਾਲਗਿਰਾ ਮਨਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਧਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਕਾਨ ਦੀ ਕਲੋਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਕਰਾ ਲਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਮਦਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਢੁਕਵੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਕਰ ਲਿੱਤਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਦੇਣੀ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਅਕਬਰ ਵਾਰਿਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਉਹ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਇੱਕੋ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਗੱਡੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਹਾਲਤ 'ਚ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਸਨੋ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਰੋਡ ਸਲਿੱਪਰੀ ਕਦੋਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਨੋ ਟਾਇਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਵਾਓ, ਜੇ ਪਵਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਵਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਪੀਡ ਆ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ 'ਚ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਚਲਾਇਓ। ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਘੁੰਮ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਨਾ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਲਾਓ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਐਡਵਾਈਜ਼ਰੀ ਆਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਡੁਰਮ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਕਰਟਿਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਸ 'ਤੇ ਅਸੌਲਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲਾਈਫ ਥ੍ਰੈਟਨਿੰਗ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ। ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਸ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੌਲਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਹ ਬੜਾ ਡੇਂਜਰਸ ਹੈ, ਅਤੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ 22 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਐਂਥਨੀ ਓਲੀਵੀਰਾ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ 2009 ਸ਼ੈਵੀ ਅਪਲੈਂਡਰ, ਜਿਹਦੀ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਪਲੇਟ AWED 910 ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਚਲਾ ਰਹੇ। ਅਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਉਹ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੇਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਨਫੋਰਮ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ। ਤੁਸੀਂ 911 ਸਿੱਧਾ ਡਾਇਲ ਕਰੋ। ਸਕਰੀਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿਕਚਰ ਦਿਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਸੇ ਦੀ ਦਿਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ। ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੱਕ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਬੰਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਅਟੈਕ ਕੀਤਾ। ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਕਨਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਈ ਕਿ ਜੀ ਵਿਕਟਮ ਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਦਾ ਆਪਸੀ ਕੀ ਸਬੰਧ ਸੀ। ਇਹਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਵਿਟਨੈਸਿਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਡੁਰਮ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਖਬਰ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ। ਡੋਂਟ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਹਿਮ, ਸਟੇ ਅਵੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਆਰਮਡ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਅੱਜ ਕੁਛ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੀ, ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕਲ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਛ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸਿੱਖਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਵੀ ਉਨੀ ਵਾਈਬਰੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਟਾਈਮ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰੀਏ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਕਰੀਨ 'ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਇਹ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਦੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਵਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ, ਮਾਫੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ।
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਿਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ। ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾ 'ਚ ਰਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਜੀ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ।
ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਨਵੀਆਂ ਤਾਜ਼ੀਆਂ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਰੁਕੇ ਪਏ ਹੈਗੇ, ਪਰ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਡੀਲਾਂ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਹੋਈ ਜਾਣੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ। ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ 1 ਵੀਕ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ। 1 week ago we chatted at the number of deals that had populated in the MLS system. So in the last 7 days, just in the Abbotsford area, we have had 33 transactions registered. However, one of them did collapse. So when it says collapse, one of them collapsed. Originally, it was sold, listed at $599, sold at $640, and then it collapsed just 1 week ago.
Oh.
So it was sold in August,
Hmm.
registered on site on the MLS system. Um, Obviously, we all know that an accepted offer and then a firm offer at time of receiving the deposit,
Yeah.
removing conditions. Just last week, it collapsed.
Oh.
So, what does that tell us? The price was marketed at 599. They overpaid 640,
Hmm.
and then obviously they didn't get financing.
Yeah. This happens all the time, and that's so disturbing because sellers make their own plan to move to the next property, and this can be a very dangerous situation.
Yes, and it's now showing as collapsed.
Oh.
Um, so now we have other opportunities. Uh, what we'll end up seeing in the market is whatever deals that come collapsed,
Hmm.
um, they'll end up, being an opportunity for someone next spring to remarket it and sell it,
Okay.
unless they're in the clutches.
I
Of,
think it will sell. It's just a matter of time because right price property they always sell, right? People understand that this was not property's fault or seller's fault. It was just buyer's inability to secure a proper mortgage. I guess people understand this thing very clearly now. If the market was hot and the property wouldn't close, then people will find faults with the property. But right now, everyone knows buyers are having a lot of difficulty in qualifying.
so here's my contention with that scenario,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
The listing agent is marketing it at a price
Okay.
599.
Uh-huh.
Um, they didn't put a direction of offers,
All right.
right? Which is fine. End up selling it in 8 days. You just made a comment earlier about taking the emotional steps out of the scenario.
Yes.
So somebody got emotional.
Hmm.
It's the professional's job to keep the client from making an irrational decision,
Hmm.
because they're signing a legitimate, a legal binding contract, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So now, these people have walked away from the deal. The deal has collapsed.
Oh my.
The seller can by all rights go after the buyer. Am
Absolutely.
I
They
mistaken?
definitely can go after the buyer if it doesn't sell for the price.
So there's the catch 22.
Well, that is the worst scenario. But the bottom line is, in the first place, there shouldn't have been any offer on this property if the buyer was struggling with the financing. Because
Hmm.
now he put someone else into a big problem because now the seller also may either default the next deal or he will have to take a mortgage at a very high rate or the bridge financing that could be very tricky,
Yeah.
right? So this is where the scenario will go bad.
Yes. So again, I mean, we're not parties to the contract. So at the end of the day, we're just making an estimated guess of what the scenario will play out. But at the end of the day, there are still people making efforts in order to engage the market.
Yes, there are.
33 of them, 33 of them did a mix of single family and apartments. There were, I would say, there's four, five. There were six. There were a total of eight townhomes, and then the rest were the apartment complex types. So prices ranging from 375 all the way to
Hmm.
1.5 million. Now, the highest price sold was 1.5 million in an
Wow.
area called Eagle Mountain. Eagle Mountain is a very prestigious area.
Okay.
7-bedroom home. I'm thinking this would have probably, in the height of the market, would have appreciated considerably higher numbers.
Hmm.
But certainly a very good a good house.
Okay.
I can see a 7-bedroom, 4 bathrooms, really executive style area.
Fantastic.
Um, very, very elaborately done. I think whoever bought this place
Hmm.
got a great deal.
Was they just went lucky?
They got lucky, yeah. The market changing, and next year I think it'll be a more robust market, in my
Hmm.
opinion. Not on a financial standpoint of opinion, however,
Hmm.
just by the interactions I've been having with mortgage specialists as well as mortgage managers, understanding the different dynamic shift of the financial positions that the economy is going to be in. So I'm
Okay.
thinking by April, May, we might have a bit of a frenzy again,
Many people are
right?
expecting April, May to have a frenzy scenario,
Hmm.
but I do not think that's going to happen. It will, if there is a rate cut. My best guess is it will only be 25 basis points.
Hmm.
How much
That's
difference can it make?
so hang on. It's not about how much difference it can make. It's about the psychology of how people behave. We're not
Okay.
we're not selling we're not selling common sense, right?
Yeah.
We're promoting what we're promoting in the sense that it triggers an individual in order to take an action. 25 basis points. What is a basis point, right?
It
It's
is,
0.25%. It's
yeah,
0.25%, right?
0.25%. Yeah.
So why don't the banks just say 0.25%? Why do they say basis points?
Hmm.
The population does not understand the terminology. It's like a legal contract, right?
Yeah.
So when legalese comes into it, there's only few people that can understand anything. It's a
Hmm.
contract written in law in order to guide people in the right ways to do something. So to make you legally bound to whatever contract you're entering into. A lawyer understands a contract. Okay,
Hmm.
it's our job in order to help the public understand what contracts they're getting into. However, there must be some legal implications at the end of the day. A lawyer goes through the statement of adjustments, whatever else, whatever other processes have to take place. Everything that it comes down to, by next year, what we'll end up seeing is there's going to be a more of the psychology end of things, no common sense into anything. So even if it comes down 0.25%,
Hmm.
the fact that it's come down, those trigger points for the people who are sitting on the fence, they're going to say, okay, let me secure myself. Let me
That's
make
right.
the commitment. Let me look into that pre-sale, because I can capture the rate at a lower rate, get the pre-approval,
Hmm.
complete in 2-3 years. I'm happy, right?
Yeah.
So, in one manner of speaking, we have to sort of encourage our people
Hmm.
in order to make the best decision for their futures, right?
Well, that is best for everyone, I would say, for the agent, for
Hmm.
the buyer, for everyone, because otherwise, look at the commotion this particular thing has caused, right? And at
Hmm.
the same time, inconvenience to the sellers. It's a big inconvenience. We all agree on that. But anyways, so you think the sentiment of public in your neighborhood or city is that the rates are going to go down and property price will shoot up in April, May? This is what they're thinking when you speak with people.
No, they're thinking that they'll have the opportunity to participate in what the market brings. Because at the present time, like
Hmm.
I've got a number of buyers saying, okay, well, next year things will be in a different situation. We have the down payment and we've got the deposits ready, and the down payment is, in the GIC or whatever, wherever the position of the client is. They
Uh-huh.
have the money in hand. They have the money in hand. They're just waiting for a little bit more confidence. What's happening is, what's
Hmm.
happening is the Macklem
Tiff Macklem.
saga, the Macklem saga that's been created is cascading into people's eyes and ears every day, that everything is miserable and bad, right?
Yes.
So he's like the principal giving everybody a lesson. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਜ਼ ਆ ਜਾਓ, right? ਕਹਿੰਦਾ.
Punishing people.
Now, finishing people. So, in one way of the sentiment, the government doesn't care because it's a corporation. The corporation will end up bringing in more tax revenue by bringing opening the doors to immigration. 2025 is just around the corner. When the foreign buyer ban is lifted, anyone who's a PR at that point will now engage himself and say, okay, because I talk to people who are saving between 25 and $50,000 a year.
Wow.
Okay, so which people are doing that now?
I don't know. I am not doing that. We have
Okay,
actually all the money drained this time.
so it's cyclical.
Yeah. Well.
Cyclical.
Mm-hmm.
Next year things improve. Immigration opens up.
Mm-hmm.
More ways for people to get taxed. Right?
Yeah.
It's a way to flood the economy with surplus cash. So, in my humble opinion, the producers are the people who are immigrating here, who are able to do the minimum wage jobs,
Mm-hmm.
do a student salary. Maybe they've engaged a loan back home. They've sold their land back home. They're coming here. They have a few pennies. They save the pennies
Yeah, that's
little by
right.
little, and then we have, the other day I was looking at the comments on a TikTok video.
Okay.
Somebody made a very rude comment and says, um, they're letting the stinky people in.
What do you
And
mean
I'm
by
like,
stingy?
okay. I didn't understand. So I asked him the
Yeah.
question. I said, what do you mean by stinky? I think what you've got to understand is that the economic position of a country, the
Uh-huh.
country is a corporation. The corporation needs to earn money. How does the
Yes.
corporation earn money? It taxes the people that are basically occupying the land,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, in order to do that,
Yep.
you're going to have to bring in people who are willing to work, Uber, taxi, whatever work
Right.
there is.
Yeah.
Painting, decorating, cleaning,
Hmm.
washing the dog, walking the dogs.
We need all kind of people here.
So my question to the guy was, I says, okay, that's fine. You said a great remark,
Hmm.
but I still don't understand. What do you mean by stink? Did they did do do they not bathe when they come here? Are you being ridiculously stupid?
That's
So
more like, I would say, a racist kind of comment.
no, it's not racist. It's a short-sighted vision on what reality is. He's short-sighted. He doesn't see me or you or Sean as um, a cooperative person in order to make his life better. He could reach out and say, "Okay, look, I'm
Hmm.
here in my life.
Yeah.
I want to achieve things. How can you help me?" Right? We can help. It's not about racism. I mean,
Well, I
everyone
think
has the
when
right.
the reason I said racism is when you use these strong comments, you are kind of judging people by some standards and uttering things that you shouldn't be uttering.
Yeah, no, maybe
Or
he
it's
he
a kind of
was.
labeling people in a bad light.
Yeah, you mean he doesn't like turke wala smell?
ਤੁੜਕੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਸਮੈਲ
ਉਹਦਾ
ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਉਹੀ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਭਰਾਵਾ। ਘਰ 'ਚ
ਉਹ
ਵੜੀਏ
ਉਹਨੂੰ
ਤੜਕਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਤੇ ਦੂਰੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਗ ਬਣਿਆ, ਕਿ ਆਲੂ ਗੋਭੀ ਬਣੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿ ਮਟਰ ਪਨੀਰ
ਹਾਂ,
ਬਣਿਆ।
ਉਹਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਓ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਫੇ ਡਿਨਰ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਓ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਚਪੜ ਚਪੜ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ,
He
ਰਾਈਟ?
will he would actually like the food. I can guarantee you that. No one that I took to Indian restaurant has ever told me the food was bad. They rather went back on their own later on.
Right.
Yeah, but anyways, we are just deviating. We were working
We
on the
get we,
literal meaning of word stinky here,
yeah,
which to me doesn't
exactly.
look nice. Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't challenge him. I just made my comment and I says thank you for your. It was a comment on a post one of my colleagues did, and
Mm-hmm.
because my colleague did it, I want to support my colleague, and um, I supported him obviously and engaged in some conversations. But that's the general. When you look at when you look at a mass population, there's a certain percentage that is able to think for itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they're listening to the news, they're listening to nonsense on film and radio,
TV, radios,
and
all
yeah,
populated with lots and lots of negativity. They have to
yes,
sell their magazine. So
yeah,
yesterday there was news in I think some newspaper saying the board of governors thinks that the cut in rate will spur the real estate market prices next year in April, whereas the
spur.
actual news was totally different.
Hmm.
It just mentioned that the governing council was divided in its opinion. While a few thought that the rates are enough, another group of governing council members of Bank of Canada, they thought that cutting interest rate will spur the market prices. But they just took the one portion and put a big headline as if the things are going to go crazy, so they can drive people's mindset. This is what they do best,
Yeah,
and sell their newspaper.
that's their job, right?
Yeah. So I said,
I mean,
how is that going to happen? Because no report indicates that this is going to be in practice. I will share this screen with you where it clearly, what I'm saying is what is here. I'm going to move forward, and this is the news article. It got cut off. I'm going to try to You see that? Cutting
Yeah.
rates too soon could spur housing market rebound. Bank of Canada, this is a headline there. But if you look at the right news, which I'm going to share in a second, it basically uh, mentioned that this particular thing will basically be dangerous. So I will find that as we are speaking, I will share it in a second with you. But you can continue about what BC is experiencing for real estate.
Yeah. So highest price point sold in 13 days at 1,550,000. Sure
One million
enough,
five hundred fifty thousand. Okay.
yeah. So sure enough, it was 2 months ago. It was listed at 1.8 million. Wonderful
Okay.
location. Last year, it probably would have got up to 1.8, but you can see the intention for the seller was to transition. So,
Mm-hmm.
obviously they sold. They probably built the house themselves,
Mm-hmm.
or they built the house themselves in 2006, and then obviously had to exit. Maybe they've was 18 years old. So maybe their kids grew up here and now it's time to move, right?
Uh-huh.
So they were in the ability to make that transition, and whoever's bought the place is obviously in a very, very good position now, right? Because
Okay.
they'll end up into a house which is, last year's price was 1.8, 1.9.
Mm-hmm.
They got it for 1.5. When the market rebounds back, in 2 to 3 years, they might be in a great position, and then take the next steps. But a fair number of properties between 1 million and 1.5 million. So what we're looking at is 23,
There are a
32,
major chunk of
nine.
properties selling between 1 and 1.5.
So 9 properties out of the 33 sold, yeah, between 1 million and 1.5. One of them, let me tell you, was actually a manufactured home.
Oh, okay.
Um, and one of them got sold, manufactured home, 6,700 square foot lot. That sold at 775. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Originally listed at 849. Didn't get the price. Obviously, they understand now the lot prices are in that range. Again, the party that was exiting has bought it when it was very, very cheap. Records show that they bought it at 47,000.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to let it go at 775. That is basically someone who's going to buy it for a lot, like a lot value, and then they'll erect the home once they get
Build on it.
the
Yeah.
permits in place, right?
Yeah. So this is what I
So they
found
can have.
here between
Uh,
two news that we just discussed. This one
yeah,
I would like to put in the screen. So this is the
perfect.
actual news that was reported by Canadian Mortgage Trends. You read that? It said
Yeah,
member
members.
agreed that the likelihood that monetary policy was sufficiently restrictive to achieve the inflation target had increased, but they also noted that upside inflation risks remain and are therefore not prepared to rule out further hikes. So this is
Uh,
one thing that they mentioned there. This was a report published, and then coming down here, this is the second part where some members of the governing council They believe house prices would continue to ease as high interest rates continue to weigh on the housing market. Others said they were concerned that price could continue to rise due to the mismatch between housing supply and demand, and therefore and the time needed to bring new supply online, right? So converting this news into a totally different perspective, don't you think this is too much?
Yeah, so it's sensationalizing.
Sensationalized. They
Yeah, it's
completely
sensationalizing in order to
sensationalized the news. And I said, oh, wow, because I read those items, it was totally different,
clickbait.
right? So I will
Right.
see if I can bring it back for our audience. The news was this. The news that was reported and was sensationalized this.
Oh, wow.
So when people read this statement, how are they going to react? They're going to wait for the market to sell. Simple.
Well,
Many
that's
of
exactly.
many of my clients that I try to ask them if they are willing to list, they said next spring the prices will go up because rates are going down by 1 to 1.5%. I say, wow, that will be by end of December, right? It will not be
Mhm.
one step drop that okay, April, well, the rates are 2% down, guys, go make a frenzy out there. It's not going to happen. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll come back right after. So see you, Surah, in a few seconds.
Shortly, yeah.
Are you thinking of selling your home? You are covered. From my experience of 14 plus years in the real estate industry, this is what I have come to know. There are three major concerns that any home seller would want their realtor to answer. Number one, how much is their home worth? Number two, how long will it take to sell their house? And number three, what will the agent do to make it sell? I have answers to all these questions. To schedule your one on one appointment, call me at 647 424 0358. Once again, Paul Chima, broker with Remax Prime Properties. My phone number to call is 647 424 0358. Call me now and get moving.
From a vast experience in immigration industry, this is what I've figured out. Clients want to know if their application is submitted in a timely fashion, what a representative can do to serve best interest of their client. Clients are informed on a regular basis about the progress of their application. We deliver what we promise. My phone number is 647 465 8894 or reach me out at 639 998 1992.
Are you thinking of a career change or adding another one to your portfolio? Well, you are thinking right. Call Sarabjit Luddar at 416-879-3039 from Beyond Care Insurance Solutions. She also deals in life, long-term, travel, critical illness, disability insurance. Give her a call today at 416-879-3039. This is what we can tell you. She will always give you the right advice and help you find out if being an insurance advisor is your piece of cake. Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416 213 8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416-213-8600. PC24 RETV ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੋਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਐਬਟਸਵੁੱਡ BC ਤੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਰ ਵੀਰਵਾਰ ਥਰਸਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਆ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਵਧਾਈਏ, ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੁਝ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਟਰਸਟ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇਵੋਗੇ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਪੱਕਾ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲਸ ਨੇ, ਪਰ 100% ਤਾਂ ਪਰਫੈਕਟ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੋਵੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਗੈਸਟ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਤੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਡਾਟਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਗਾਰੰਟੀ ਵਾਰੰਟੀ ਜਾਂ PC24 ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਂਦਾ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਵੀ ਐਨਕਰੇਜ ਯੂ ਟੂ ਸੀਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਐਡਵਾਈਸ ਬਿਫੋਰ ਯੂ ਟੇਕ ਦ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਸਟੈਪ। ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਵੈਰੀ ਕ੍ਰਿਟੀਕਲ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ 'ਤੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ, ਟਰਸਟ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ। ਗੋ ਡੂ ਯੂਰ ਓਨ ਡਿਊ ਡਿਲੀਜੈਂਸ। ਗੁਰਲੀਨ ਔਜਲਾ, 4-ਵੇ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ, 6474658894। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਕਸੈਸ ਰੇਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਰਿਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਲਈ ਆਉਣਾ, ਕੋਈ ਵਰਕ ਪਰਮਿਟ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਸੋ ਗਿਵ ਹਰ ਏ ਕਾਲ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕਈ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹਾਂ। ਸਰਬਜੀਤ ਲੁੱਦੜ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਐਡਵਾਈਜ਼ਰ ਨੇ ਜੀ, 4168793039। ਬਿਯੋਂਡ ਕੇਅਰ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਏਜੰਟ ਵੀ ਨੇ ਜੀ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਸੂਰਾ, 7789991531। ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ BC ਤੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਰ ਥਰਸਡੇ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਹੈ। ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਬਾਰੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਵੰਸ ਅਗੇਨ 7789991531। ਅਕਬਰ ਵਾਰਿਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਰ ਜੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਦੀ, ਜੇ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਹਾਇਰਿੰਗ 'ਚ ਅਸਿਸਟ ਕਰਨਾ, ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰਨੀ, ਸਕੇਲਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਜੇ ਸਟਕ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੇਅਰ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵਾਈਸ ਚੇਅਰ ਆ, ਆਪਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਯੰਗ ਅਤੇ ਡੰਡਾ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਮੈਨੇਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਮਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਲੈ ਲਈ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਛੁੱਟੀ ਲੈ ਲਈ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਲਾਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ, ਅਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਲਾਹ ਕੀਤੇ ਬਗੈਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਸੋ ਮਾਈਕ ਫੈਂਟਨ, he is the chair of Young Dundas Scare Board of Management, along with the vice chair ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਜੈਨ ਮੋਲਨਹੌਰ। ਸੋ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਆਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਨਾਊਂਸਡ ਇਟ ਰਾਈਟ। ਜੈਨ ਮੋਲਨਹੌਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਰਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਸਲਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਬਿਫੋਰ ਰੀਨੇਮਿੰਗ ਦ ਯੰਗ ਡੰਡਾਸ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਐਜ਼, ਉਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਵੀ ਯਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾ ਕੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਨਾਮ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹਦਾ। ਲੈਟ ਮੀ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਆਊਟ ਕੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ। ਸੈਂਕੋਫਾ ਸਕੇਅਰ। ਅਤੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ, ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਦਿਸ ਡਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਸਿੰਗ ਵੈਲ ਵਿਦ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਸਟੱਫ। ਇਹ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਕੋਈ ਗਾਨਾ ਤੋਂ ਕੰਸੈਪਟ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਓਰੀਜਨੇਟ ਹੋਇਆ, ਅਤੇ ਸੈਂਕੋਫਾ ਦਾ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਕੰਸੈਪਟ ਆਫ ਸੰਕੋਫਾ ਓਰੀਜਨੇਟਡ ਇਨ ਗਾਨਾ ਐਂਡ ਰੈਫਰਸ ਟੂ ਦ ਐਕਟ ਆਫ ਰਿਫਲੈਕਟਿੰਗ ਔਨ ਪਾਸਟ ਟੀਚਿੰਗਸ ਟੂ ਅਲਾਓ ਪੀਪਲ ਟੂ ਮੂਵ ਫੋਰਵਰਡ ਟੂਗੈਦਰ। ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਨਾਮ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਦੋਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੜੇ ਕਿੰਤੂ ਪਰੰਤੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੰਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਜਨਸ ਪੀਪਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੰਦੇ। ਇਹ ਸੈਂਕੋਫਾ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਸ ਗੱਲ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ। ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਮੈਡਮ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ 'ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਮਨਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਚੁੱਪ ਚਾਪ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਜੀ, ਇੱਕ ਚੁੱਪੀ ਜੁੜੀ ਹੈ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, ਇੱਕ ਚੁੱਪੀ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਬਿਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਦਵਾਈ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਚੁੱਪ ਹੀ ਰਹੋ। ਸੋ ਦ ਯੰਗ ਡੰਡਸ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਬੋਰਡ ਹੈਜ਼ ਬੀਨ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਡ ਟੂ ਰੀਨੇਮ ਦ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਬਾय ਦ ਐਂਡ ਆਫ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਕੁਆਰਟਰ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਈਅਰ। ਸੋ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਇਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਸ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੋਸ਼ਨ ਅਪਰੂਵ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਯੰਗ ਡੰਡਸ ਸਕੇਅਰ ਤੇ TTC ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ 2 ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਬਵੇ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੀਨੇਮ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਏ। ਤੇ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡੰਡਾ ਸਟਰੀਟ ਦਾ ਰੀਨੇਮ ਰੋਕ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਣ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਪਰ TTC ਦੇ 2 ਸਬਵੇ ਤੇ ਯੰਗ ਡੰਡਾ ਸਕੁਏਅਰ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਰੀਨੇਮ। ਵੈਸੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੇ, ਪਰ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ $500,000 ਖਰਚ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਮੋਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ ਬੋਇਸ ਨੇ ਪੁੱਟ ਅਪ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੇਅਰ ਓਲੀਵੀਆ ਚੋ ਨੇ ਅਡਾਪਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਵਿਦ ਮੈਜੋਰਿਟੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਫੋਲੋਇੰਗ ਏ ਡਿਬੇਟ ਐਟ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਲਾਸਟ ਵੀਕ, ਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਤੇਜ਼ੀ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁਣ ਚੇਅਰ ਤੇ ਵਾਈਸ ਚੇਅਰ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੇ ਬਗੈਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਸਟੈਪ ਕਿਉਂ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ, ਵੇਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਸੋ ਵਿਲ ਹੈਵ ਹਿਮ ਬੈਕ ਔਨ ਦਾ ਸਟੇਜ। ਜੀ ਸੁਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਪੋਲਿਟਿਕਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਇਟ ਨੈਵਰ ਐਂਡਸ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
Not at all. I mean, again, the operation is for, you know, politicians have to be able to give you the lip service required in order to engage, you know, engage the masses, right?
Yeah.
Into making rational or irrational decisions.
That's right.
So
ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੰਸਲਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਯੂ ਡਿਡਨਟ ਕੰਸਲਟ ਵਿਦ ਅਸ ਐਂਡ ਯੂ ਜਸਟ ਨੇਮਡ ਇਟ। ਵੈਸੇ ਸਿਟੀ ਕੋਲ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ। ਸਿਟੀ ਕੀਪ ਸੇਇੰਗ that they are running short of money, so they cannot build affordable housing. They are proposing some tax changes, vacant property, ਕੋਈ ਟੈਕਸ ਆ ਉਹ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ vacant property tax, something like that. So their plan, I think they already increased that last time. So they are trying to get pennies and cents everywhere. But recently, one after the other, two major events. One was with Ford, and the second was with Olivia Chow, renaming these 2 things. People were very upset about that. When you don't have money, you don't spend millions on just renaming something. And just imagine the work hours they will be putting into doing all this stuff. And now resignation of chair and vice chair, it doesn't ring well into the new year. But anyways, politics is politics. So how are power of sale listings coming up in your hood? You see more of them or
No.
not yet?
not at the moment. No, there's people are forging ahead and getting things done, right? At the end of the day, yes, you do see the occasional one, but at the present time, we're not seeing a surplus of them, you know.
Yeah, if you look at this map, there are 54 properties which are on power of sale at this moment.
Right.
So this data is available, and you can see this prominently here. They are all on MLS system, so they're kind of sitting at 54 number, not much, not less, for the last couple of days.
Right. So that's in the realtor remarks, eh? Power of sale.
Yes, in the realtor remarks, power of sale. This is how you, I guess, filter them out, and my website picks up.
No, here there's none.
Okay, I search with the keywords power of sale.
Court ordered sale 20.
Yeah, power of sale, bank sale, and you can stumble across many such listings. So we put a separate search for them, and people come there and check it out. This is what I have seen a lot. While
Court
some
ordered
people
sale.
hate buying power of sale listings, saying Well, the house comes with negative energy.
Well, again, I mean, you need to approach that with caution, because again, that's somebody's home, right? They at any time can bring their payments up to date,
Till
and
the
then you
last
will
moment of
lose.
closing. Up
Exactly.
until the 11th hour, they can bring the money and nullify your sale all the time. That's the reason only people who have cash in their hand will get a quick closing.
Yes. So the
Yep.
quicker the quicker they're able to close, the better it is for them.
Yeah.
There's some estate properties here locally.
No,
There's one
estate properties
executive
they keep
sale.
coming all the time.
Yeah.
So those are, well, those are natural properties where someone has passed away.
Oh no, no, I
And
mean like estate as in estate um like very glorious homes.
oh, estate homes. Okay.
Estate homes, yeah.
Selling in estate and estate homes, two different things.
Yeah.
Okay. We went the other
So
route.
there's a nice agricultural piece at 9.42 acres
Hmm.
for 3.25 million.
Okay.
What's the notice on that? Still showing. Still showing.
Yeah.
And then the rest. Okay, Westminster Highway in Richmond, 2.9 million.
Hmm. Well, there are so many listings available these days for the potential homeowners, oh, sorry, home buyers who want to buy, jump into the home ownership. But the only issue they are facing is getting qualified. Qualifying has become a big bone of contention these days. So it is always advised that you go for approval before you write an offer. I keep telling everyone, go for it. And I am seeing a downturn in the housing prices. They are sliding down. And do not be misled by the bold headlines of newspapers or any internet resources unless you have spoken with your agent and he has done some research for you and agrees, oh yeah, the house prices are going up. They are not going so far as I see in many municipalities. And there is always exception, Amrit. Sometimes
Hmm.
detached houses, they are going up in price and semis are going down in price. Townhomes go up while every other home price goes down. It depends where people are buying, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
Makes a huge
when we
difference.
say that when we talk about data, we are talking about composite housing, that every kind of housing, semi-attached, detached, all bolted together. And then we say these are the numbers, always composite numbers, never individual houses. But if we drill them down to let's say 4 bedroom, 2,500 square feet plus, built after 2010 or so, or this or that, 4 bedrooms or more, 4 bathrooms or more, then the prices actually went up. I'm talking
Hmm.
about Cambridge Association of Realtors. So for those houses which are 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms or more, built after 2010, 2,500 square feet and above, single family detached, they were selling at a median price of $1,050,000 last month, which is October, and by November they went up to $1,045,000. So 1,045,000 from a million. Uh, Give me 1 second. No. They sorry, they went down slightly. Oh my bad. So Cambridge Association of Realtors actually went down, but overall data of all the boards and association it went up. So overall data from 1.275 million in October went to $1.377 million. But in Cambridge, the detached home, 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom, built after 2010, 2,500 square foot and plus, they went down from $1,050,000 to $1,045,000. It's not a big drop.
No.
And this is a median price, right? But
Yeah.
on an average, if we look at average price actually went up. So
Oh,
average
wow.
price of Cambridge went up from $1,050,000 to $1.911 million.
Unbelievable.
Oh, so about 90 grand above, right?
Yes.
So and now if you tell me that the market is doing great, well, it is doing great in certain market segments. Every market is not negative. This is what I wanted to convey actually, because people think, oh my God, things are bad, things are bad. So you really need to speak with your realtor who will drill down the numbers for you and tell you, hey, you are still in a good scenario.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, as long as people keep it in a manageable way,
Yeah,
they'll really get the benefit of it all, right?
that's right. That's right. But why everything has to be by end of the day? Why not the end of
True.
morning or the start of the day? Just joking, man. Just trying to add some lighter sense to the program. I think it is becoming heavier. What's that? I hear some kind of ding, ding. Are people calling you? They're not telling you to stop the broadcast, are they? Amrit, are you speaking?
So they're robocallers.
Oh, well, welcome.
Robocallers. Yeah.
Welcome, robocallers. And I thought maybe I killed your audio by doing some silly stuff.
No. What
Did you
happens
win
is
a
you get a lot
jackpot?
of no. They end up calling you multiple times,
Oh, I
um,
see.
trying to sell you stuff, right?
We all get them all the time. And these days, it has become really sophisticated. So I would suggest you to never ever respond to a text message from an unknown person. You don't know what they will get out of you. And if someone calls you, they don't speak, and you keep saying, hello, hello, who is this? Who is this? And then
Hmm.
they use your voice signature to synthesize your audio, and they may have some typed script that their AI software will make it sound like coming from you. So now
Wow.
they call your relatives and tell them, hey, I am in prison, please help me get out of it. This person will come to you, give him 50 grand, 60 grand, 10,000, and they do all kind of stuff. So if someone doesn't speak at the other end, I would just say quiet, don't say anything.
Let them start the conversation, right?
Yeah, do not engage, do not respond, stay quiet. And this is the latest thing with AI. I think the line between originality and fakeness will totally disappear.
It's a scary thought, but again, basically people have done it to themselves. They have explored opportunities in order to do less work, and in that same token, the ones who worked very hard to do it um, make it easier for people to take advantage of you.
Well, I will tell you this. I was in a webinar today organized by a CRM company, Ylopo,
Yeah.
and they were sharing their AI software with us. And if you go onto the website, they will engage in conversation with you. You wouldn't even know. You are sleeping, but someone else is calling them, right? And the dialogues are so natural. You wouldn't even believe that. It says, "Hey, I'm Paul Chima's digital assistant. I see you looked at this property. So are you planning to buy or sell your home sooner?" And whatever response the called party gives, they just work around it. Oh, okay. So you are not considering right now. So are you thinking long term? What's the time period you're thinking? 6 to 9 months. All right. You still want me to keep sending you listings? You want Paul Chima to call you so he can better suggest you certain things about selling, buying, or making a strategy of selling your home in the near future. So they do all kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's basically it's almost to a point where it's digital stalking.
Wouldn't know, but this is what is happening across the systems these days. And guess what? I'm extremely interested in that software. But anyways, we are coming to the end of conversation tonight, and I would like to thank you for your time, Amrit. I appreciate your
Thank you.
dedication in being here on a regular basis, and I don't even have to remind anyone anymore, which is takes a lot of burden off my shoulders, right? So
I
great talking
appreciate
to
it.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I hope that your business grows exponentially next year. We all need those high prices, low interest rates to survive in the market.
100%.
I see people making fun of realtors these days, saying they have nothing to do now. And for many of us, that's actually true.
So yeah, it's just the way of the world. I think it's cyclical, right? If you
Yeah,
go back to 1980s, your local realtor was maybe he was also the owner of the local ice cream shop, or he was the owner of a convenience store.
yeah,
Plus, he was a realtor,
yeah.
so they had
I know. There are
flexibility.
many. There are people like that even today, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's all fine with them, as long as they can do what they're supposed to do, serve the people. Well, everything is super fine.
100%.
Yeah, everybody has their own, tolerance. Uh, Luckily, we have only one thing to do, and that is real estate, nothing else. We live or we die in this industry. That's how we are programmed.
Hmm.
I don't know, cannot do anything other than this thing, and nobody is going to hire
Well,
me because I already crossed 60s, right?
we have to we have to stay committed to serving people, right?
Absolutely, that's the whole ball game. You have to stay
Hmm.
committed and be do the best for your people. That's all we can do, and I guess we should do. That's the responsibility on us. Anyways, time
100%.
to take a
Yeah.
leave, and once again, thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Okay.
Take care. Talk to
God
you
bless you.
next
Thank you.
Thursday. If
Bye
you
for
have
now.
anything hot and sizzling, please do share with our audience. Take care.
Sure thing.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
So this was Mr. Amrit Sura from Abbotsford, BC. I guess you liked the content he shared with us, sharing the market intelligence, which we dearly need. And this is needed actually to be very aware of what's going on in the industry before you take the next step towards home ownership. There is nothing wrong with being advised and being aware of the market dynamics. ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰੀਏ, ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੋਸਤਾਂ ਦਾ, ਫੈਮਲੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਟ ਕਰਨ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਜੀਅ ਗਵਾ ਲਿਆ, ਸਾਡੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਹਮਦਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੰਡੋਲੈਂਸਿਸ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਜਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ, ਗੋਡ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਹੋ, ਉਸ ਆਤਮਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵਿਛੜ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਚਰਨੀ ਨਿਵਾਸ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਸਦਮੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਉਭਾਰ ਕੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਅਗਲੇ ਪੜਾਅ 'ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣ। ਆਗਿਆ ਦਿਓ ਜੀ, ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਇਸੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਗੈਸਟ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ, ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।